Have you ever thought about your inner life, well, like a building? Our source material today lays out this really cool metaphor. It says that if we understand the blueprint for faith and community, we can actually construct a sense of self that is solid, strong, and truly resilient. So let's take a look at that blueprint.
So, what is it? What's the actual blueprint for that kind of unshakable self-belief? That's the big question we're digging into. And you know what? According to our source, the architectural plans are actually a lot clearer and more practical than you might think.
You know, every great building project, whether it's a massive skyscraper or, well, our own sense of self, it all starts in exactly the same place, the foundation. I mean, think about it. If that base is shaky, nothing you build on top of it is going to last. So, step one, the most critical stage, is all about getting that groundwork right.
Now here's what's so interesting about how our source material defines this foundation. It argues that real belief in yourself, it's not about having a big ego or being arrogant. Nope. It's about recognizing an inherent God-given worth. It's a value you already have. This idea is basically the concrete for the entire structure we're about to build.
Okay, so a foundation is absolutely essential, but it can't just stand there by itself, right? So let's move on to the next phase, putting up the support structure. These are the beams, the walls, the whole framework that gives the building its shape and its strength, letting it reach higher and higher. And for us, that structure is all about fellowship.
So how do we actually build this support system? Well, the blueprint gives us 3 really practical steps. First, knowing that other people believe in you, that's kind of like the external scaffolding. Second, speaking encouragement over your own life, that helps reinforce everything from the inside. And third, you have to be intentional about your building materials, and that means surrounding yourself with the right people.
And wow, this quote just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly explains why that third step is so incredibly important. Your community, your circle of friends, they are the material you're building with. And if that material is grounded in positive, strong things like prayer, faith, and support, then the whole structure just becomes more stable. It makes it so much easier to trust in the grand design. All right, we've laid the foundation. We've built the support structure. Now, let's step back for a second and just look at the finished architecture. What does it actually look like when all these different pieces, confidence, community, and faith, are all assembled and working together just like they're supposed to? Well, the outcome is really a tale of 2 different paths. It's a stark contrast, and it all depends on the quality of your internal architecture. Without it, you're pretty much walking alone down a path of uncertainty. But with that strong, well-built structure, you move from a place of doubt to one of purpose. You start to walk boldly.
According to this model, this finished structure of yours is held up by 3 main pillars. The first one, as you see here, is confidence. And that makes total sense, right? It's the direct result of that solid foundation we laid right at the beginning, the one built on recognizing your own inherent worth and potential.
The second pillar is community. This is where that support structure of fellowship becomes a real, tangible part of the architecture. It's the network of people who believe in you, who lift you up, and who reinforce your own strength day in and day out.
And the final pillar, the one that kind of binds it all together, is faith. The source describes this as being like the mortar between the bricks, the glue that holds everything in place. It provides the ultimate context and purpose for the entire structure. So here's the real takeaway. It's not about having just one of these things. It's about how all 3 of them integrate. You've got confidence as your foundation, community as your support system, and faith as your overarching framework. The magic happens when they're all working together in synergy. That's what empowers you to truly walk forward with boldness. So, at the end of the day, what's the ultimate feeling of living inside this well-built internal structure? According to the source, it all boils down to one simple but incredibly powerful piece of knowledge, knowing that you are never walking alone.
So, we've reviewed the entire blueprint. We've seen the foundation, the structure, and the beautiful finished design. The only question left is the one that really matters. Looking at your own construction project, what is the very first brick that you will lay?